But yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about what's been going on. Because you may have noticed I've been kind of distracted. I haven't been on Instagram or Discord quite as much as normal. So John, my husband John, has been interviewing for a new job over the last few weeks, and he got it. He got the offer last Friday. So we have accepted the job, and we are going to be moving. We are going to be moving to Juneau, Alaska. Which I'm now realizing I should have prepared some visual aids so you guys could see where exactly that is. He got it. Oh my god, congrats. Congrats to John. Congrats. Wow. Yes, thank you. It's very exciting. It's so maybe not all of you know. I'm from Alaska originally. And so this for me is this is going home. Which is something that I have wanted for a really long time. Oh my gosh, I told you I'd be emotional. Yes, this is the limbo and the big life stuff I've been talking about. So excited for you. Don't cry, you'll make me cry. This is the wrong stream for you today. Yeah, this is John and I have been talking for the last several years. We've wanted to get out of Tennessee, where we're at right now. And we've talked about different places. And nowhere really felt very exciting to us. And when this job popped up on the radar, it was sort of an instant yes from both of us. Tears of joy. Hi, Kier. How are you? Yes, tears of joy. Tears of a lot of things. Tears of overwhelm, tears of joy. It's been a really emotional couple of weeks. So yeah, when this job popped up, it was just sort of an instant yes from both of us. Like, that's where we want to be. We can both see ourselves being very happy there. Juneau is the capital of Alaska, but it's a really small town. There's about 30,000 people who live there. And it is only accessible via plane and boat. You can't drive there. So that's exciting for us. We're not really big on being around people, so it's sort of a perfect location. Let's cry together. I'm very good at it this week. Stop. Make me cry even more. Yeah. I just feel like I've been sort of randomly bursting into tears with everything that's going on. Now, of course, some of the tears are sad tears because we did lose one of the babies over the weekend, which I'm still absolutely devastated about. But yeah, along with that has been sort of this job interview process. I've been getting the ball rolling even before we got the job offer on things like getting a realtor. Getting a mortgage up there, sort of, calling moving companies, figuring out what the cost of getting all of our stuff up there is going to be, which is going to be huge. So, yeah, it's been a lot. Let me catch up a little bit. She's going home. Yes, I'm going home. You guys. And telling you guys makes it feel even more real. Like, I didn't want to tell everyone sort of what was going on. I told my mods because I needed them to know that there were, could be some last minute changes and there was a lot going on and I was distracted. But telling you guys makes it feel really real. I didn't want to tell everyone before we knew officially. I cried a bit during the performance of my daughter, so all crying. It's just a crying week, guys. We can do this together. um, just Googled Juneau. Looks so pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's right. It's got water. It's got ocean. It's got mountains. It's perfect. Do you still have family in Alaska? I do not. My parents left a couple years ago. They live in Oregon now, which is really close. We'll be really close to my parents. Just a few hours plane trip as opposed to an all-day travel trip like it is now. Um, but I do have friends in Alaska still and friends in Seattle, Washington area, which is also very close to Juneau. Um, oh my goodness, you guys, chat's popping off. I love it. I'm crying happy tears now too. Oh, yeah, just hugs to everyone. Time zones about to get more complicated. Yeah, that's it. Time zones are gonna get a lot more complicated. Um, it's true. We'll figure it out though. I'm not planning on going anywhere. Even as things get crazy over the next few months, I still plan on being here. I'm not really sure what it's gonna look like. Um, I'll say hi to them when I move to Oregon. Yes, please do, Leah. um, and we'll figure it out together, sort of. Oh, I. Yeah, I'll mod Lil in a little bit. Uh, oh, she's just you getting a little too trigger happy. It's okay. Um, yeah, so I want this whole, because this is a major move. Obviously, we're moving literally across the whole country, and it's a really big country. And uh, and then we're also moving to a place that's not very accessible. It's not something where, we can just rent a moving truck and drive all of our stuff there. It's a lot more complicated than that. And so I since this is going to be sort of consuming my life for a little bit, I figured I'd share a lot of that journey with you guys. If you're interested, I want to be as open and transparent about it as possible, because I think one of the things for me going into this, and I know a lot more now than I did 2 weeks ago, but one of the things that was so daunting to me was I'm not even sure, how do people move to someplace like Juneau where you can't drive there? How do you do that? I thought our 34-hour drive is gonna be a lot, but I can't imagine how far it is. Alaska is way up there. Yes. Yes. Big move, but big rewards. Absolutely. Suitcase packing streams. Yes. Definitely here for the journey of you moving. Thank you guys. Yeah, so what life looks like over the next few weeks is John is actually going to have to be up. We don't know the exact day yet. John's going to have to be in Juneau in a couple weeks. So I'm going to be here packing the house, taking care of the animals by myself for a few months. And I'm a little bit scared about that. Michelle, I think I can safely say we will all be here for whatever you need, and we will support you. Stop. You guys. You're trying to make me cry more. Oh, I hate this very much. Oops, sorry. It's okay, Joe. I think I fairly warned everyone there'd be tears on this stream. I echo this. We love you. Can I ugly cry on stream? Is that okay? You're so cute, Shannon. I love you guys so much. Hi, Stephanie. Don't apologize. It's mostly happy tears, overwhelmed tears. So, I've been sharing with everyone. My husband has been interviewing for a job, over the last few weeks, and we've accepted their offer. So we're gonna be moving to Juneau, Alaska. Which for me is going home. I'm from Alaska originally, so I'm really, really happy to be going home finally. Yeah, you can ugly cry. Your ugly cry will be the new game. Stop it, Shannon. Oh my god, you've set me off now. I'm sorry, Joe. Water shortage solved. Ashi. That was the joke we all needed right now. Michelle, I'm seriously so proud and inspired by the way you follow your dreams. Oh my... Thank you, guys. Hello, chat, and congrats. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, so things are gonna get complicated. So glad we get to follow along on this new journey with you. Okay, chat, stop being so nice. Seriously. You inspire a lot of us. Oh gosh. You guys. But there are no boundaries if you really need to follow your dreams, if you really want it. That, Ashi, that makes me feel really happy. I hope that I can inspire you guys. I hope, and I also want to show you what it really looks like, because, you know, these are happy tears, but they're also tears of, like, completely overwhelmed, because there's so much I have to figure out, and I'm going to be down here figuring it out a lot of it by myself without my main support system, who's going to be up there, you know, working his new job. And so I'm scared. I'm excited, but scared. No, you have us. You're not alone. So yeah, I mean, I expect that I'll probably I'll just start streams sometimes while I'm, like, packing up a room, and you guys will keep me company, because I think I'll need that. I don't really get out of the house much, so John's really the only other human that I, like, talk face to face to, very often. So it is gonna be hard. We can emotionally support you, or have game nights to distract if needed. Yes. There will be lots of cozy games, lots of hangout time, and lots of you guys just keeping me company while I'm getting this whole house ready to move. We're going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting packing everything, because it is very expensive. So ready for our morning FaceTimes? Yes. Me too. Because I want to be, like, completely... I don't know, I just want to share this journey with you guys. I want to acknowledge that John and I are in a really fortunate position, where, like, we don't have to be contingent on our house down here to sell in order to, start the process of purchasing a home up there, which makes things, I mean, as complicated as it is, makes it a lot easier for us, especially with all the animals. Like, I can't imagine you know, having all the animals here, me having to be here until this house sells, and then having to like get the animals packed up every time there's a showing on the house. Like, can you guys even imagine? Let me load my, you know, 6 chickens, 1 dog, and 4 cats into the car every single time someone comes to look at the house. It'd be completely overwhelming. So right now the plan is John is going to be heading up to Alaska. He'll probably leave early next week. And it'll take him about a week to get there. He's driving, and then he's going to drive up to Skagway, Alaska, through Canada, and then take the ferry down to Juneau. So starting from early next week, I'll be by myself here. And then I'm kind of planning on like a rough date for the movers to pick our stuff up from this house July 1st. We'll see if I'm able to accomplish everything before then. That's a couple months to get everything packed. Then I've got my childhood best friend is flying out to Tennessee. She'll be driving with me and all the animals. We're trading in my cute little car to get a minivan, so there's space for everyone in the car, because yeah, it's a lot of animals and 2 humans in the car. She'll be driving out with me. We're gonna get to Seattle, where she lives. The chickens. Okay, let me catch up on. Got all the animals to keep you busy. I'll buy it, Ashi. Baby steps. Next week already, yeah. So he has to be up there by mid-May for. I'll tell you a little bit about his job in a little bit, but yeah, he has to be up there by mid-May for the initial inspection for the season. So it's a quick timeline. Make sure you make lots of time for just you and John before he goes. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard because he's also packing. He, bless him, has taken it upon himself. He got these little colored circle labels, and he is labeling all of his stuff for me of like, this needs to move, this doesn't, this is a maybe if we have space, sell this. So like, as I'm packing up all of our stuff, I'm able to just look at his labels and without having to send him 5 million pictures a day and bug him while he's trying to work. So he has been doing that all weekend. Bless him. We also, you know, we have to make time for him to see his folks because they live down here. And for him to pack and stuff. So we're making as much time as possible. He is working all this week at his now former-ish job. Yeah, so his last day will be Friday. So yeah, we don't have a whole lot of time to make time for us, but you know, together as a couple, we're really strong, and we'll make it. It'll just be really hard. Level labeling session, I know. Oh, we'll be moving around the same time. I love that. I'm assuming that's Kelsey to the rescue, the absolute babe. It is actually not Kelsey, although I think she would be willing to do it. It is my other childhood best friend. She and I grew up basically as siblings. Our moms were best friends, and we were born like 6 months apart, and we were neighbors for the first like 5 years of our lives. So she is her name is Christy. I'm sure we'll do a few little streams from the road on our epic road trip with all the animals. I'm not sure exactly what my plan is. Road trip streams, yeah. I'm so pleased you have someone though that could come help me too. And she did it without hesitation. She's in a really similar position to me right now, where she's not really working full time. She's not really working. I don't think she's employed at all right now. She's just kind of taking some time for herself. So she just, without hesitation, was like, "Hey, I'll fly out and do the drive with you. Like, you're gonna need help." And yeah, that means a lot that I have friends who are willing to do that. And I'm moving closer to those friends. I'll be able to see my best friends that I've had for so long, rather than every few years. I'll be able to see them once a year. So if I could, I would be there in a flash. Oh, Joe. Yeah, if anyone wants to fly out, camp out in this house with me and help me pack, you are more than welcome to. Yeah, our move will be about 34 to 36 hours. America's huge, yes. I have driven across the country a few times for various moves, but it was always, before I was married, before I had a house, before I had this many animals. This girl, my Mocha girl, she traveled across the country many times with me. She's a well-traveled baby. So she's the only one who really is prepared for this out of all the animals. Yeah, I really wish I could. If anyone wants to come and take over my life for a bit, I can head over to live with Michelle for a while. Oh my goodness. I would love that. Oh, Mocha, please don't pull the cord. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll get to Seattle. Christy lives in the Seattle area. We may have to leave the chickens at her house for a while. I don't really know. We're trying to figure out the best way to get all the animals up. So you can get to Juneau by boat or plane. So there's a ferry terminal in Bellingham, Washington, and there's a ferry terminal in Skagway, Alaska. To get to Skagway, you have to drive through Canada. And the ferry from Bellingham is several days. So while we can take the animals on the ferry, they have to stay in the car deck, and you can only visit them once every 8 hours, so from Bellingham, the ferry to Juneau is several days, like 3 or 4 days, and I just cannot do that to the animals. I cannot make them stay in the car together for 3 to 4 days and only visit them every 8 hours. I just think that's inhumane. So that is not an option. The ferry from Skagway is just a couple hours. I think it's 3 or 4. I could do that. The problem is that it's going to be really hard to get the chickens through Canada, because chickens are classified as livestock. Doesn't matter that they, live in our house and we love them. We've been asked by so many people, like, well, who are you going to give the chickens to? And it's like, no one. We're taking the chickens with us, obviously. Like, do you not know us at all? Like, we're taking the chickens. They're classified as livestock, farm animals. Once every 8 hours is crazy. Yeah, it's really stupid. That's like saying, who are you giving your child to? Yeah. What does that mean? So livestock is like farm animals. It's like, animals used for production, not for pets. Nobody. Our kids, yeah. John got like I think it was like, it had been a day of like people asking like, well, you're not bringing the chickens, right? Like, it's like, it was the day that we started like telling our family and stuff. And John got really frustrated and just looked at whoever it was someone we're not super close to, was just like, well, which one of your kids would you leave behind? I died. The crazy thing is I might be near Bellingham during that time. Yes! Oh my goodness. I will probably be in the Seattle area for a few days, just as like a little break before traveling, since that's where Christy lives. We'll use her house as a sort of step off point, a little rest point. So yeah, I'll be in that part of Washington for a few days probably. So yeah, we'll figure it out, Leah. That would be amazing. John, that's amazing. Yes. Oh my gosh, I wish that Kier could help me smuggle them through. John, yeah. Right? Which one of your kids would you choose to leave behind? Oh, everyone's like, oh my god, you're moving to Alaska with all the animals. Yeah. So we've got some logistics there to figure out. Right now, what I am thinking, oh, hi, Rocky. How are you? Disguise them as dogs. Oh my gosh, Ashi. Yeah, so right now what I'm thinking is I will probably take the furs, as we tell them, as we call them, Noxie and the cats through Canada. We'll drive with them up to through Canada to Skagway, and then we'll take the ferry from Skagway to Juneau, which would only have them stuck in the car for 3-4 hours together. And with just the furs, that's fine. I will also be down one cat because John is taking one cat with him initially. Maya will be going with John. So, because that is his cat, she spends at least 2 hours a day howling at the door every day when he's at work. And that's, when I'm able to be like, Maya, it's okay. He's coming home. Like, he'll be home. I told John I can't emotionally handle that when I know that she won't see him for several months. So he's going to be taking her, and it'll be good for him. Just guys, dogs, oh my goodness. But the dinos aren't on them. They're new crossbreed. Stop it. Maya can keep John good company on the trip. Yes. I think it'll be really good for his mental health because he's going to be in a completely new place. He's going to be completely overwhelmed with work. There's going to be so much going on. And it'll be good for him to have someone to come home to, and not just come home to an empty house. And Maya absolutely adores him, so she'll shower him with love. Can't you register them as emotional support animals quick? I might be able to. I should look into that. Yeah, so, but I think the plan with the chickens is, so we'll probably leave them with Christy's husband while we drive up, and then we're gonna book them. We're gonna book them a plane ticket. Alaska Airlines has a program called Gold Streak, which is a cargo service. And they have a pet program through Gold Streak. I do know someone who has Gold Streaked a chicken, so I know that it's possible. So yeah, we will probably have Christy's husband, Andrew, get the chickens to the Seattle airport to get on their flight. It's going to be very stressful for the chickens. I was really hoping we would be able to do a private flight where I could go up with all the animals. But unfortunately, all of the people that we know who own planes, or who know people who own planes, they have either sold their planes in the last 2 years because of the cost of fuel, or their planes are too small and cannot make the journey from Seattle to Juneau. So the chickens will probably go up on a cargo flight. They'll still be in a climate-controlled part of the plane. It'll be safe for them. It'll just be stressful. And then I'll be there at the airport to receive them. Okay, let me catch up again. I'm talking a lot and I'm missing chat. I just have a lot to share. Chickens can fly. I was on a plane with someone once who had like 2 parents as emotional support. Oh my gosh, I love that. Parrots in the same area where the people were, or in the luggage. Probably with the people if they were emotional support parrots. That's cool. Parrots on a plane. Chickens are for emotional support. I know. You can take ferrets and stuff as emotional support animals, so maybe you can get away with it. It's just the number of chickens. Like, put the chickens also on the shoulders. I mean, I totally could. They'll do it. But we have a lot of chickens, guys. Like, we have 6 chickens now. Because the eggs were, it was Murphy's Law that we got those eggs. Or in the same bag. We did. Okay, back again. I missed a lot of the convo. Yeah, so Rocky, I'm gonna summarize. So John's been interviewing for a job over the last few weeks. He had 4 total interviews over a few week period, which is why I've been a little bit distracted and sort of less present online and less able to get stuff done. Because during that interview process, there's just been like, as it got closer and closer to us being pretty confident he was going to get the offer, I've been getting a lot of balls rolling with getting a realtor and starting the mortgage process and all of that. So we are going to be moving to Juneau, Alaska. Soon. Very soon. John will be up there within a couple weeks. He's probably leaving at the beginning of next week. And then I'll be here for a couple months on my own, packing our house, getting rid of stuff, all that. And then heading up there myself. It's a hell of a move. It really is, Skelly. And I plan to bring you guys along with me and keep you updated on all of it. Be as transparent as possible, because I think one of the things with moves like this is it feels unrealistic. It feels like, how the hell do you even make that happen? Especially to a place like Juneau, where you can't just, you know, it would be so much easier if I could just rent a moving truck. You know, it would be hard, but I could rent a moving truck and put my stuff in it and then drive there. But you can't. Juneau's only accessible by plane and boat. And, like, where do you even start? Like, how do you even start a move like that? So I'm going to take you guys with me every step of the way. I'm going to be transparent and open. I just didn't want to share until we knew for sure that it was what was happening. I gotta catch up here a little bit. Buy more shoulders. Oh my gosh, Nina. Imagine. Yeah. Next birthday or Christmas you'll be celebrating there. I mean, we don't celebrate holidays, but yeah, the next anything we celebrate will be there. The next chicken birthday. It's crazy. Well, you love Alaska, so I guess it works for you. It does. Thank you, Joe, for turning on slow mode, because I'm really having trouble keeping up. Yeah, I'm over the moon happy to be going home. That's okay, Ashi. It didn't even faze me. It's okay. Yeah, I'm thrilled to be going home. I am completely overwhelmed by the thought of everything that needs to be done in the next few months. But going home, I'm gonna start crying again. Y'all almost had me ugly crying earlier in the stream. Yeah, it's somewhere that I think we're both gonna be happy for a long time. as we've talked about where we want to move, over the last few years, you know, our 5-year plan, starting maybe like 3 years ago, has been to get out of Tennessee and to get over to the West Coast. And as we've talked about different places, nowhere really excited us. Like, there were places where it'd be like, yeah, we could be happy there. Oh, I like that area. You know, oh yeah, I can, yeah, we might be able to live there. When this Juneau job sort of popped up on the radar, I mean, there was no hesitation from either one of us. It didn't matter the obstacles. It didn't matter how hard it would be to get there, or what a long shot it might be for John to get this job. It was just an instant yes from both of us, and just sort of instantly feeling excited and feeling stuck in the, you know, that feeling where you're like, I want to be excited, but I don't want to get my hopes up. Will be a hell of a move for the chickens. It will. They're gonna have some adventures. Yeah, Juneau, Alaska. Time zones are gonna get real complicated in the next few months, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, guys. Like, I'll figure out some stream times that, you know, work for all of as much of the community as I can accommodate from that time zone. You know, we'll change up the stream times. Because I want to, you guys are important to me. You guys are a huge part of my life. So we'll figure it out. And in the next few months, while I'm still here and I'm packing and John's not here, you guys are gonna keep me company and keep me sane, and you're gonna remind me that everything's gonna be okay and it's for the best when I'm completely overwhelmed and don't know what to do. Because there's gonna be a lot of moments like that. A lot of moments. And I'm sad to leave this house. I mean, this is my first house. I bought it on my own when I was still single. I love this house. It means, like, it's got a lot of emotions, and it means a lot to me that I was able to buy this, you know, on my own. And I bought this house to get out of a really, really bad relationship. So this house means freedom for me. I've helped a lot of people from this house. I've had roommates that, before John and I got married, I had a roommate who lived actually in this room that's now my office. And I hardly charged her any rent so that she could save up to buy her own house after getting out of a difficult relationship as well. So this house has meant a lot for me. And obviously, like, I've got my gardens. My gardening's going to change a lot. Juneau can't grow the same things that I can here. Ashi, thank you for putting a summary in there. New start. You're very kind to others. Why am I not surprised by that with you? I don't know. It's just who I am. Houses carry so much memory and attachment. They really do. You know, our little dog, Steve, who I'm convinced to this day is the reason that John married me. He loved Steve so much. She's buried here. The babies that we've lost in the last week are buried here. You know, this is the only house that so many of my babies, this is the only house they've lived in. I mean, Noxie, Mac, and Mocha have all lived somewhere else, but for everyone else, this is the only house they've ever known. You have the kindest heart. Thank you. Oh, the rumble is coming from Lil's. Let me turn Lil down a little bit. It's windy today, so, and the camera's up by one of the vents now that it's on the roof of her coop, so you're hearing the wind in the camera. I can't wait to see what you're gonna plant if you live there. Yes. So actually, I'll be able to plant a lot more of the things that we eat a lot of. So like, wait, can you even hear me? What is happening? What is happening with... Oh my god. I can hear you. Yes. Okay. Sorry, my OBS screen just flipped out. Clearly having some technical difficulties today. Our internet is super mad at us since we started Lil Stream. We've gone over all of our internet limits. But I'm gonna call them because they're not supposed to throttle us. They're not supposed to throttle our internet. We just have to pay the overage prices, which we're gonna do. It's colder in Juneau, right? It is, yes. So it's like, I think the weather in Juneau is perfect. Like, you get winters, you get some snow that sticks. Like, I'll be able to go skiing again. Oh my gosh, I miss skiing. So I'm excited for that. And then in the summers, it's sort of like what our springtime is like here. So I'll be able to get a lot of like the cooler season vegetables, which is actually what we eat the most of, and I've not been able to grow them here. So those are the things that I've still had to purchase at the grocery store, like over the last few years of being more sustainable and like gardening and stuff. So like broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, greens, that sort of thing. I'll be able to grow those a lot better. Our states are connected. Now you'll be a country in between us. I know, Rocky. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, there's so many things that are bittersweet. Like, I finally, I think since sort of forming this online community with you guys and meeting all of you guys, I finally feel more happy here in Tennessee than I ever have. But at the same time, I know that going to Alaska is, you know, where I want to be. But yeah, it's bittersweet to sort of leave this. This is sort of like a perfect time zone to be able to connect with all of my community. But I'll figure it out. We will figure this out. We'll figure out streaming times that work. We'll figure it out. That's all I got. We'll figure it out. I think it's a bit more like here. I'm gonna be sending you lots of hugs. I'll have even more of a reason to visit Alaska. Yes. Lilo, I think it is gonna be a lot more like where you are. We did that to you. Girl, imagine what you did to us as well. Wait, Ashi, which part of all of that were you responding to? I'm just like, my thoughts are really jumbled. I'm like stream of consciousness talking a lot of the time right now. What's the time difference? So Alaska is 4 hours earlier than I am here. So I don't know, I'm bad with time zones. 9 hours behind you. Thank you, Skelly, for doing that math. Time zone can't stop us. Oh. That you're more happy in Tennessee when you set up the community. Oh. I'm glad it means... I'm glad that this benefits you guys as well. So it'd be 6 a.m. there right now. Correct. Which, lucky for me, I like an early morning. So early morning streams, everybody? um, I think that'll be a good time to, we'll be able to kind of keep the same schedule. Mocha, this is coffee. You can't have it. Scandinavian counts. Yeah, and Juneau for me is the perfect place to go back to in Alaska. Like the climate is great for me. Like it's the winters aren't much worse than they are here where we are here in Tennessee, except for the fact that you actually get snow that sticks around. It's a little colder. It doesn't have there won't be like random 70-degree days in the middle of winter. And then the summers are like our perfect like spring and fall weather here. With no humidity. Amazing. So the climate's going to be really nice. And we'll figure out some outdoor streams from there. John has promised me that he will build or have built. We will hire someone to build me my attached chicken coop that I've always wanted to our whatever house we purchase up there. So we'll have like a full-on walk, like open the door, you'll be in the chicken coop. And we're looking at a house up there right now. We haven't put an offer down or anything. We've got a virtual tour of it tomorrow. The house we're looking at, like I already have a room picked out. I'm like, this will be my streaming room. It's got a ground floor wall that faces out into the area that we would be having fenced in for the animals. And I was like, this is where my chicken coop will go. So the chicken coop could be attached to my streaming room, which would be amazing. The days are a lot shorter, right? And lots of sun in the summer. Yes. So in Juneau, it's not nearly as bad as it is. So like I'm from Anchorage, which is north of Juneau. And then, is that the house you showed me? I'm not sure, Joe. Sadly, I have to leave for now. I have some really important stuff to talk through with John, but I'm really happy for you. We'll catch up on the rest of the stream later. Oh, Lilo, big hugs. I hope your important talk goes okay. If you need anything, please message me. I'm here for you. Now that we at least know what's happening, my brain is feeling a little bit more settled. I was just so not present the last few weeks. But I hope you have a good rest of your day, and if you need anything, let me know. Joe, I'm not sure if it's the house I showed you most recently. There's been several that I've fallen in love with. But, this one that we're really considering, not 3.0. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what the last house I shared with you guys is. The one that we're looking at right now is apparently there's been a lot of interest, so I'm hoping that oh, Buffy just laid her egg. Buffy and Jazz have been inside laying their eggs and sleeping every night because as we like to say, Lil is making the coop a hostile work environment for them. She puffs up and growls every time they come to the door. But yeah, so our plan with a house up there is to purchase a property that has rental units. At least one, hopefully 2 or 3. So that we can use that as part of our income. Because one of the biggest hurdles we're facing is the cost of living difference between here and there. So right now we're living in like top 5 cheapest areas in the country to live in, and we're moving to top 5 most expensive areas. So we're really struggling with that sort of hurdle of you know, obviously John's job is going to be paying a lot more to account for that. But at the same time, financially right now we're in a really unique position where our home is paid off. We don't have a mortgage payment. We're able to live off of one salary. Um, and I know that we're very fortunate to have that luxury. So we are trying to figure out how to get our, you know, with the move, how to get it set up in a way that we can sort of not have to change our lifestyle too much. Obviously, like, I'd be willing to go back to work if I needed to. Can you guys hear the chickens? They're going wild in here. But I would rather, I feel like I do more good in the world. I contribute in different ways by, you know, being here to stream, by being here to take care of the animals. And so I would rather not have to go back to work full time, because it would mean that I'm not able to do this. I'm not able to be here for you guys. And sort of, yeah. I guess I feel like I contribute more to the world when I'm not working. Not traditionally working, I guess. So we're hoping to get a house with rental units. They do a rainbow dance and sing a song when they lay to Eggy. Yes. Man, I'm excited. I'm not even the one moving. Oh, you guys, it means the world to me that I have you guys in my corner. It really does. But yeah, so our plan is to get a house with rentals and to use them not only as a source of income to hopefully, you know, be able to offset the cost of having a mortgage again, but also be able to use them as sort of the way I've always used renting this room when I did rent this room out, as a way to help people. So not to be an extortionate landlord, just to give people an affordable place to live while they're able to put some money back in savings. So that's sort of our goal, and that's the property that we're looking for. I think it's really important to both John and I that we, you know, we recognize that we're in a really fortunate financial position. And we don't want to use that position to better ourselves, to only better ourselves. You know, like, we obviously don't want to put ourselves in a bad position. But it's really important to us that we use the position that we're in to be able to pay it forward, because, you know, we got really, really lucky. We were able to sell some land that John had inherited, and that allowed us to pay off our house and put money in savings. And there's people in the world who don't ever have a helping hand like that. So we want to be able to take the position we're in and use that to help people. The world needs more people like you. Thank you, guys. It honestly, I don't know how to be any other way. You know, people say that about me, and I don't really know what to say, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to be a different way. I can't imagine looking at the position that we're in and looking at, you know, like my mom was like, oh, you could buy a house that's got these rental units and you'd be able to, you know, you'd really be able to make a lot of money off that. And it just sort of, I just can't, like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I want to be able to make enough money to pay our mortgage, which puts us in a similar financial position as we are now, where we don't have a mortgage. But I can't imagine using that opportunity to look at it as like a money maker. You know, like, you're talking about people's lives. People are renting from you because they need somewhere to live. It's just crazy to me to think like that's a moneymaker. I don't know. I just can't think that way. I'll be praying for everything to work out perfectly. I honestly consider you family, and I love your whole household. Thank you. I didn't take over the toxic traits of my parents, luckily. Same. I've worked really hard not to. I mean, I love my mom, I love my stepdad, but there are still aspects of them, and I think it comes from a generational thing, maybe. That, you know, I just don't want to be part of my life. That's a good way to be, because I understand that. I'm too empathetic to ever take advantage of people or be unkind. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't... I don't know. I guess we recognize that we're in a really fortunate position, and it's hard to put it into words, but like, we can use that position to either take advantage of other people or to just better ourselves, or we can use that position to help other people. And I couldn't look at myself in the mirror every day if I did anything other than use the position to help people. I'd hate myself if I did. I'd rather be the one to help them. Yes, me too. Yeah, at the end of the day, I have myself to answer to, right? I have myself to look out for, and emotionally, to look out for emotionally. So I have to be able to look at myself in the mirror and be happy with the choices that I've made. And I can't do that if I've taken advantage of people. Make them Airbnbs. Yeah, so that's actually sort of our plan. The property that we're really into right now, which I know we have a lot of competition on, and I'm fingers crossed that the fact that we're able to come in with a large down payment is going to help us get it. It's got the main house and 3 rental units. So my plan is to do one, maybe 2, but probably just one of them as an Airbnb, because I don't feel as bad charging a lot every night for people who are choosing to go on vacation. You know, like, that's a little bit different. So do one property as an Airbnb and kind of count on it as our main mortgage payment maker, and then rent the other 2 to locals. There is a small college, there's a small university campus in Juneau, so there's students, there's seasonal workers, because it's a tourism driven town. It's a cruise ship town, so there's a lot of seasonal workers. So that's sort of my plan right now, is to get a property with multiple rental units, do one as an Airbnb, and then do the others as long-term rentals. Same. I feel like the worst person whenever I realize I've done something wrong. Oh my gosh, me. Same. That's relatable. Pretty sure you will have good tenants to build up a new bond with as well. People who are reasonable, and you don't have to play the strict business landlord, but be more as friends. Yes, absolutely. I definitely rent one of them. If it was Airbnb, you would be more than welcome. Yeah, and obviously the benefit of also having one as an Airbnb is that we can just, we can block it off. When we have friends and family come to town, we're able to block off the dates of an Airbnb to leave it open so that people have a place to stay. Because it is an expensive town to visit. Airbnb is it's like a vacation rental by owner. So like, it's like renting a house or apartment or whatever for a temporary, like, daily rate. So people do it like when they go on vacation. Leah, you have to go. Wishing you the best and so excited for this new adventure. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. We will, yeah, I'll keep you up to date. It'll be, oh my goodness, words have left my brain. Things are going to be changing a lot in the next few weeks. Next week. Holiday accommodation, all-inclusive, Michelle cooks. No, 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 no. 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 Michelle does not cook. We are not talking about a bed and breakfast. We're talking about an Airbnb. You get your own. No, I would probably cook for you guys if you guys came. Friends and family I'll cook for. Strangers, not so much. What does Airbnb mean? Air, bed, and breakfast. What is Airbnb? Airbnb is an air, bed, and breakfast is a service that lets property owners rent out their spaces to travelers looking for a place to stay. Did that come from Google? I mean, Airbnb is a good place to, like, you can definitely make more money off of it than long-term rentals. It's obviously more work. Like, you have to change the bedding and stuff in between and get it cleaned up, but I think to have one, maybe two of the units that are Airbnb is reasonable. So yeah, those are my life updates. You guys are gonna see me cry a lot over the next few months because I'm gonna be overwhelmed. You guys are also gonna be like helping me decide, you know, like, do I need to bring this random thing I found in my living room to Juneau, or should I get rid of it? Because I'll just like set my laptop up and stream while I'm packing. Or you could be those Airbnbs that make you bring your own duvet. Stop it. I could never. And with you and John, anyone who rented from you or used the Airbnb are in very good hands. Oh, Skelly. Thank you. I'm so sorry I'm late. Did I miss announcements? You did, but I can go over it again. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version, and then you can ask questions. Yeah, we're moving to Juneau, Alaska. So John's been interviewing for a position up there for the last several weeks, which is why I've been a little bit distracted. It's okay. I should make a chat command so that we can just exclamation point news or something. But yeah, so John's been interviewing over the last few weeks for a position in Juneau, Alaska. So I'm going home. I bet everyone is excited to tell. Yeah. Yeah, and you guys may have... I didn't do a very good job of censoring myself. Like, I was talking to some moving companies, and I think that you guys heard me a little bit on Lil's stream talking to, like, movers, because I was like, I'm bringing this chicken coop. And every one of them was like, what? But yeah, we're bringing the chicken coop. We're gonna dig it up out of the ground. The movers all think I'm crazy, but it's gonna happen. I can't imagine, like, the girls going through such a stressful event and then also having a new house to get used to. Like, I want them to have somewhere familiar. I'm tempted to jump into a suitcase and sneak there myself. Oh my goodness. Alaska's on my bucket list. Well, you are welcome to come visit us when we get settled. I already told John. I was like, look, I've got a lot of friends all over the world, and if they want to come to Alaska to see us, they are allowed to come to Alaska to see us. Like, they will be staying with us. I have friends who just moved there. Ooh, where? Where in Alaska? Please tell me all about it. Yeah, so John's job. I'm really excited to tell you guys about his job. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. I've already said to Adam that when we can afford it, that we would love to come visit you. Oh my gosh. And John and I also, and I don't know, we don't know yet what our finances up there are going to look like, but You know, we're not big travelers, especially, you know, when we get up there, you can't drive, obviously, like road trips and stuff are hard. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Anchorage and Seattle to like see friends and family once or twice a year, but like, and he's gonna come down here, and I'll probably come down here every other year, and he'll come down here once a year to see his folks. But, um, you know, we are gonna have, you know, a section of our budget is travel, but it's not necessarily for us, because now we have friends all over, and so we talked about it, and like we want to be able to help our friends visit us. Um, you know, I would rather have people come visit me than to go visit them, just because I'm not gonna want to leave my home. It's just not who I am. Um, so yeah, we'll have like a. If you need help buying a plane ticket, I don't know how much money is going to be in that budget, but we may be able to help with plane tickets because it's important to us to. It's good for our souls to see our friends, you know. Like it's good for our souls to help people see us. Buys 100 lottery tickets. I had to go Instagram hunting to find it. They moved to Delta Junction. Oh, okay, so that's interior Alaska. Here, I have a great visual aid. This is Alaska, yeah? Kind of. It's like this, and then this really goes out to the side. I gotta hold my hand right. Can you see how this is Alaska? I grew up teaching people this. I don't know if it's great. Anchorage is like here. Delta Junction's like up here. Can we see it? This is the Aleutian chain, the islands that go off to the side. And then this is the Panhandle. So this is Southeast Alaska, and Juneau's down in here. Think of all the British food me and Joe could force you to eat. I'm so excited for that. Bring it on. What a world. You two are truly amazing. Oh, Skelly. I don't know, it's just the only way we know how to be. I'm glad I found a partner in life that is the same as me. Do you eat Lurpak on its own? I have a few times. Stop it. I will get you some Mergpulse. I can't say that one, Ashi. Honestly, I understand that completely. Oh, thank you. My little, Alaska map on my hand. You guys are so sweet, though. Wishing you good luck on your big move. I'm sure it'll go well. Thank you. Yeah, okay, I want to brag on John a little bit, because I really am so proud of him. I know you guys probably don't care about his job as much as I do. Cry laughing, just look it up. I will. Hang on, let me open up a tab and type it in before I forget how to spell it, because I will. Mergpidgees. Merg. They look good. I'll have to look up how to pronounce it later. Maybe show it on stream. Oh, Ashi, it's so hard for me to set up a thing. It takes so much time. Okay, hang on. I gotta get this in a browser window that doesn't have anything personal. Yeah, I just have to make sure that I'm in, like, a browser that doesn't have any personal information loaded. Let's see. Excuse me, I can't see part of my... There we go. Now, add... Oh my gosh. Window capture, where are you? Window capture. Alright. These are mergigables. Oops. Make it a little smaller. Nope, that was the wrong button. We'll just shrink this down like this. Mergigables. That's all I got. I don't know how to say it, Ashi. I really don't. It's hard. This is what Ashi's gonna bring to me.
Ozhiro less than BR greater than cheered X1. Mergpipers.
Mergpipers? Pipe. Oh my god, it's so hard. It's breaking me. Not Daniel again! Oh, Shannon, I'm so sorry. I forgot how much you hate Daniel. Okay. I'm gonna tell you about John's job. I'm a very proud wife. So John, when he and I met, he was working in the ropes course industry. So like zip lines and like those courses that you like climb around in trees and like there's like obstacles and you're in a harness. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Here, let me show you. Since I've got this browser source added now. Survival course. Internet, please. Please, for the love of God, internet. Okay. Let me, oh God, where did it go? There it is. So this is where John was working when we met. Oh, I gotta make the window bigger again. And this is the industry he's worked in for most of his life. Just like he loves it. He's passionate about it. Yeah. We actually met here. Like I went to Navitat with a friend and her little brother. And that's where I met John. That's how we met. I asked him to take some pictures because their like camera system was down that day, where they take like automatic pictures of you. And I asked him, he was one of the like people working at the like treehouse, which is like the central place where you take off for all the different courses. And I was like, hey, if you get a chance, can you take some pictures? Because like my friend's little brother was like super nervous and excited, never done anything like it. He was 8. And so John took pictures and we exchanged numbers so he could send them to me. And yeah, several months later, 4 months later, we were married. Maybe 5 months later, we were married. It's a cute story. Yeah. Yeah, I like our story. So he's always such a cute story. I love it. Took pictures, exchanged numbers. Amazing. Yeah. So yeah, this is what he's passionate about. When we met, he was going to school for audio engineering. And when COVID happened, obviously like tourism stuff and like this sort of work really shut down. And he graduated with his degree in audio stuff. I'm not clear on the exact terminology. And tried working in that industry for a while, which is what he's been doing for the last few years. And just realized like he likes audio as a hobby, not as work. You know, he missed being outside. He missed sort of he really enjoys the aspects of the job where it's, you're keeping people safe, you're making sure the course is safe, you're making sure that the knots are tied, that's important to him. He's really good at that stuff. His attention to detail is incredible. And so he got contacted a couple months ago by his former boss at Navitat, who is now going to school in Washington State to build wooden boats, which is so cool and so wild, so random, but amazing. Who said, like, hey, like the previous owner of Navitat who sold it and moved on, he now has a company that recruits for other sort of ropes course companies. He was like, he's looking for somebody to fill a job in Juneau, Alaska, and asked me for a recommendation, and you're the only name that I gave him. So that was a couple months ago. And we had he'd had a couple calls with the guy and talked it through, and then the course up in Alaska decided not to go with a separate recruitment agency. They were going to do their own recruiting. So we kind of assumed that nothing was going to happen with it, and we were pretty bummed, and kind of just well, it didn't work out, we were just really sad about it. So we got Lilibet her eggs because we thought nothing was happening. And then he got a call from the guy at the company in Alaska, and it was like, hey, so we know that you were talking to the guy we were going to use to hire, and we'd like to do the interview process if you're still interested. And John's like, hell yeah. So it's a huge step up in responsibility for him. He's going to be the operations manager of the entire operation in Juneau. So the company he's going to work for, most of their they have a lot of stuff happening in Ketchikan, Alaska, which is like a hour flight south of Juneau. They only have the zipline course right now in Juneau, but they're looking to expand. So John will be in charge of, over the next few years, sort of expanding their offerings. It's big tours. It's big cruise ship town. Not a lot of tourists go there just on their own, but it's the longest stop for most Alaskan cruise ships. So they usually have about 12 hours in Juneau. So lots of time to do stuff. So they're looking to expand what they offer there beyond just ziplining. So John will be overseeing some cool expansions, coming up with some cool new ideas of stuff he can do in the area, and then managing the whole operation. And I'm just so flippin' proud of him. I mean, definitely totally out of his comfort zone to, even interview for a job with that level of responsibility. I think there's a barrier between being an employee and a manager, and it's really hard to cross it. And he just, he put on his confidence hat and he made it happen. And I'm so proud. So proud of him, honestly. And he's getting back to something he's passionate about, which is, I think, really important. Happy tears. Okay, I gotta catch up. His true passion is what he did before. I understand that. I love the outdoors. Yeah, he's gonna be so much happier. Now my Tetris skills come in handy. Yes, moving Tetris is something I'm very good at. Surprise. Yeah. Alpine coasters. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Honestly, from what I know, Juneau is more my speed. I'm not big on crowds and business like Anchorage. Yeah. As much as I've always wanted to be back in Alaska, I could never imagine myself back in Anchorage. Ugh. Absolutely hard no. Proud, happy tears. Nothing like going back to what he did when he met you. Exactly. Although I think he's going to be a lot less hands-on with the zipline course than he would really prefer because he's going to be overseeing, he's going to be doing a lot of like working with like the cruise ship companies and stuff. But it'll still be something that he really cares about. He was a Eagle Scout and he worked at Scout Camp for a long time, like in the summers. And he is really passionate about helping people enjoy the outdoors. And so this is just perfect. Honestly, it's perfect. He's going to be able to show people from all over the world how beautiful Alaska is, how fun it can be. Get them out doing, what for many will be like the absolute experience of their lifetime. And you can help with your business skills. Yes. John would have his work cut out trying to make me enjoy the outdoors. Oh, Shannon. Crap, I'm running late. Got a mod from Madame Nordica, but I'm happy for you both. Excited to go on your new life adventure. Thank you so much. Skelly, thank you for being here. It means the absolute world to me. Truly. That you guys, like, showed up for my life update chat. Yeah, I was really, if you need mod tips, ask me. Yeah, Ashi, who bans people like Shannon and Lilibet. That's Alaska in general, all about the outdoors. It's so true. Yeah, so I should have made myself a list of all the talking points I wanted to get to. Oh my god, stop, Michelle. What? Talking about you banning Shannon and Lil? Honestly, I'm teasing. Yeah, do you guys have any more questions? I did not ban Lil. You almost did. Do you guys have anything you want to ask me about all this? It's a lot, and things are gonna look very, very different in the next few weeks and few months on my channel, on my presence in Discord, my presence on Instagram. But we'll get through it. We'll figure it out. I'm going to be as transparent as possible through all the ups and downs. I'm sure you'll get me crying on stream many, many more times before this is all over. But we'll figure it out together. And when I get landed in Juneau, you guys will be part of the whole process of getting set up there as well. I don't know anymore. It's okay, Ashi. We forgive you. So what I was thinking for the rest of stream today, I really need to set up my journal for May because I have a lot going on, believe it or not. I didn't set up my journal at all for April, and I felt so scatterbrained all month. So I was kind of thinking I should set up my journal for May on stream, and we can just kind of continue to hang out and chat. And cry together sometimes, maybe. Maybe not. But yeah, we'll just have like a cozy... We're gonna have a lot of cozy streams happening in the next few months, because that's what I'm gonna need a lot of, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna swing over into a BRB screen so I can kind of get stuff gathered and set up, because I, of course, didn't do that before I started stream because I was panicking. I'm feeling emotional. So I'm going to swing over to BRB. Maybe we need to have cry streams to cry all together. Yes. I agree. We might need that. I mean, that's the reason you became a mod, because then I can't do that to you anymore. Oh, Ashi. That's not why Shannon became a mod. Shannon became a mod because I begged her to be Lilibet's mod. And then I was like, oh, also be my mod. Definitely need. Yes. Definitely need. All right. I'm going to put you guys into a BRB screen just for a little bit. I'm going to make myself more coffee. I am going to go pee, and I'm going to get my journal stuff out so I can set up my May journal pages to help me through the next crazy month of my life. Be right back. Love you guys. Thank you for being here.